Now in 4 News Now, the Cougs are taking on LMU inside the Spokane Arena right now. We have first half highlights from WSU's first WCC home game against the Lions.
I am tracking snow to kick off the new year. I'll show you what to expect where you live in the First Alert forecast.
Stop. The Zags men's basketball team's plane almost collides with another at LAX. How the university is reacting to the near miss on the tarmac. You're watching 4 News Now Special Edition.
All right, here is a live look at the Spokane Arena where the Cougar men's basketball team is hosting Loyola Marymount in its first ever WCC home game. Thanks so much for joining us on this special edition of 4 News Now. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Washington State is having themselves quite the season so far. They are looking to continue that momentum in the Spokane Arena tonight. Sydney Berger is in studio with us on how the Cougars are shaping up against LMU so far.
Well, guys, if there was a real-life battle between a Cougar and a Lion, it'd be a toss-up on who's winning that one. That's exactly how I described this game across the street. The Lions and the Cougars keeping it close and staying aggressive. I'll take you right into it. Lawan Watts out to Tomas Thrasterson for 3. That's good for the freshman. He gets the start again tonight with an injured Cedric Coward and Isaiah Watts, and making a name for himself out there. That's Dane Erikstrip for another triple. Calmise logs the assist there, and he's going to log a score here. He comes through the center himself. That's an easy layup for number 8, and the Cougs are rolling. Again, it's Watts. He's going to be coming down court. It's all about spreading the wealth tonight. That's Endi Okafor with the score. Thrasterson and Calmise, double-digit scorers already. Watts leading the team in rebounds and assists. It's just a 2-point game at halftime, but WSU starts clicking in the second half. The score at last check, 68-53. Cougs are leading. The San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions just faced off for Monday Night Football right here on ABC. And here is your play of the game. Quarterback Jared Goff in the flat to Amon-Ra St. Brown, who will lateral it to Jameson Williams, who will take it all the way to the house for the touchdown. The Lions really dialed it up in San Francisco tonight in this NFC Championship rematch. And they've got their 14th win on the season as they gear up for an important divisional matchup against the Vikings, and an electric season so far for the Lions. I know Chris Crocker is excited about that one. The final score, 40-34. And we're checking in on the Zags, who are down in Southern California for their first conference game of the season. They're holding a lead on the Waves, but gave up 10 points in the first 3 minutes of the second half, and their lead is dwindling. The story of this team right now, the ability to finish games out. They've lost some big ones in just the final minutes, but right now they do lead Pepperdine. At last check, that score 60-54. Derek?
All right, Sydney, thank you. That is the second of 2 games the Zags are playing in Southern California. But while landing in Los Angeles, their jet almost hit another plane taking off on the tarmac. This is video of the near miss as an air traffic controller frantically tells the team's pilots to stop.
846, let's hit Target afternoon, we 120 with 6. Keyline, stop.
That's the Zags plane on the ground there. The FAA is now investigating what happened leading up to the near tragic accident. Our Hunter Bertram is here with GU's reaction to this close call.
Here it is again, a Delta commercial flight taking off from LAX, all while the Zags team's jet is way too close for comfort. Gonzaga staff says they're grateful no one was hurt.
The Gonzaga men's basketball team will be returning to campus this spring semester with a narrow brush with death on their season record.
Target afternoon, we 120 with 6. Keyline, stop.
Kevin Ray, a plane spotter at LAX, caught the intense moment on live stream when air traffic control frantically told the Keyline private jet carrying the Zags team to stop as it taxied towards an outgoing Delta flight. Stopping it just in time, short of the runway and of a potential collision.
Wow.
Gonzaga staff tell me they're grateful no one was hurt and said all players aboard were unaware of the situation at the time. It happened around 4:30 Friday afternoon after the team landed in LA for their game against UCLA Saturday. It's still unclear why the initial command to hold the aircraft's position was ignored at first. The FAA says the LAX ATC controllers directed the team's flight to hold short of crossing a runway. When the jet proceeded to cross the hold bars, air traffic controllers told the pilots to stop. An FAA investigation is now underway. Delta said this incident did not affect the Atlanta-bound flight, and I reached out to Keyline Air, the operator of the jet carrying the Zags. They did not get back to me Monday.
Unfortunately, the Zags did go on and lose to UCLA Saturday, 62-65. In studio, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Well, we may not have had a white Christmas like some of us were hoping for, but we could start the new year with some snow sticking to the ground.
Yeah, let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker now to see when it's expected to arrive.
Oh, we have a very good chance to wake up on New Year's Day with some snow. 4 things to know about your weather. New Year's Eve is going to be dry, but with areas of fog, and anytime you get that dense fog, you could get a few snow flurries or some light freezing drizzle, otherwise dry. Then the snow arrives right around midnight in the inland northwest. Looks like slightly after in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. In general, less than 2 inches of snow in the valleys. Right now on our radar, we have a few showers working their way across the Columbia Basin. Those may hold together long enough to turn into some very light snow on the Palouse. We also have some hit and miss snow showers in parts of Kootenai County. If we zoom in here, we could see not only snow, but a little bit of rain as well, but it is not amounting to much. Just a few sprinkles or flurries, if anything. Live shot from Hayden there at US 95 shows roads are just barely wet from that very light precipitation. Tomorrow, it's 27 degrees to start the day, a high of 33, which is exactly average. Overcast conditions throughout the day. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast and let you know exactly how much snow to expect where you live in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
All right, Chris, thank you. Well, Pullman Police Chief Jake Opgenorth is on administrative leave and was ordered to surrender his weapons.
But Pullman's mayor is refusing to comment on why the chief is on leave or who's currently running the police department in his place. Derek Strom was in court today after a protection order was filed by Opgenorth's girlfriend.
Pullman Police Chief Jake Opgenorth was on Zoom for his hearing at the Whitman County Superior Courthouse Monday. Opgenorth's former girlfriend applied for a protection order against him, and court documents say she was harassed by phone calls, texts, and even emails from Opgenorth.
We have someone who quote take testimony by the petitioner, testimony by the respondent, full testimony that is needed. The court will then render a decision and will sign an order.
The woman who filed the protection order checked the box for domestic violence as the reason for the protection order, but did not elaborate in any court documents. Court documents say she believes the harassment could get worse because Opgenorth is on leave and under investigation. Washington State Patrol says it is investigating Opgenorth, but didn't provide any more information on what it's investigating.
And the court finds that Mr. Opgenorth has surrendered weapons. There is a receipt for surrendering firearms and other dangerous weapons and concealed pistol license.
While Opgenorth is on leave, Commander Aaron Brashears says he is the acting chief of the police department. Opgenorth was originally placed on leave on December 20th. Opgenorth's attorney said in court he was recently put on this case and asked the judge for more time to prepare for the hearing.
I'm asking the court to set this matter over so that I can prepare for the hearing. We haven't even had an opportunity to respond yet.
All right. That's typically what the court will do.
We do know Opgenorth's next appearance about this protection order will be here at the Whitman County Courthouse on January 8th at 8:30 a.m. In Colfax, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Still ahead, find out which popular fast food chain could be coming to North Central Spokane. Plus,
I was hoping he wouldn't fire on me.
New details on the deadly police shooting in Spokane. What a neighbor says he saw before police opened fire. That's next on 4 News Now.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
When it matters most, America turns to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight.
Perfection Tire is proud to carry Nokian Tires, creator of the original winter tire. Keep your family safe this season and all seasons, whether you're headed up the mountain or downtown. Perfection has a full line of Nokian winter and all-season tires. These tires offer exceptional winter traction and stability in the harshest Northwest weather, paving the way for safer travel for generations to come. Nobody beats Perfection Tire for price, selection, and quality.
The After Christmas clearance is on now at all Walker's Furniture stores, where you can save up to $800 on Beautyrest Black Hybrid sets or up to $500 on Harmony Luxe.
Making it the perfect time to say yes to a better quality sleep.
Plus, get big blowout savings on 4-piece bedroom groups.
These prices are so low, you'll think it's a dream.
During the after Christmas clearance sale at Walker's.
Where quality just costs less.
When you get injured in a car accident, you're going to have to fight with a big insurance company
who make huge profits by paying out small settlements.
That's when you call Russell and Hill.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
If you're looking for a new ride for the new year with delayed payments until April 1st, plus up to $600 of free upgrades like truck lift or tires, then you need to go to Cal.
What does it take to be the most watched newscast in America?
An operation to capture ISIS fighters.
Is this our Combat Operations Center?
We're approaching the gate now. Militants came in from 4 or 5 different directions. Operational nuclear reactor. So you have a couple loaded and ready to go. The house is destroyed, but the flag, there's not a tear in it.
Not a tear in it.
How important is this label right here, Made in the USA? Look at your smile. You're proud of this.
I love this.
Great work. Hi. Where are you? Where are you? Appreciate you. Thank you.
David, good to meet you.
Ismail? David.
David.
Yes, yes. I'm David Muir.
I know who you are.
You
I watch
do?
you every night.
ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast.
I was taking out my garbage, and he was firing his rifle.
Those are the moments a neighbor says led up to yesterday's deadly police shooting. Shane Culp, the man you just heard from, is the neighbor who called 911 yesterday afternoon.
When Spokane police arrived on scene, they shot and killed the man Culp said was firing his rifle. This deadly police shooting happened at the Northcliffe Terrace Apartments in the South Garland district at the intersection of Cora and Post. Marissa Rio shares what one neighbor witnessed during the shooting.
Well, this is an entirely different scene from what it was last night. A few neighbors telling me they are still shocked over what happened. As you can see, there is still some caution tape right here on this fence. A neighbor tells me that this incident happened in this area. Now, I did speak with the gentleman who said he's the one who called 911. It was a normal Sunday afternoon for Shane Culp until he said he saw his neighbor firing a rifle outside of his apartment.
I was hoping he wouldn't fire on me. He was arguing with somebody that wasn't there.
That's when he decided to call 911. According to the Spokane Police Department, officers arrived at the apartment complex within minutes. This was the scene.
They surrounded the area. They blocked off the street with the active shooter. They went to the bottom of the apartment complex. And as he was walking out, he had the rifle in his hand. They told him to drop it. He didn't drop it. So they made him drop it.
It is believed up to 4 officers fired their weapons in this shooting. Culp believed it was rubber bullets officers were using at first, but he was wrong. The man police shot was pronounced dead at the scene.
We've had problems with him before, but I've never seen him brandish a weapon.
Yesterday's shooting was SPD's 6th shooting this year. There were 2 police shootings in 2023 and 5 in 2022. According to SPD, the officers directly involved in yesterday's shooting will be placed on administrative leave, and the Spokane Independent Investigative Response Team will conduct the investigation. In Spokane, Marissa Rio for News Now.
Well, a person is in custody for stabbing someone in Spokane Valley this morning. Investigators say it happened near 22nd and Pines. Officers said there had been a fight between 2 people in the street when one stabbed the other. The stabbing victim was taken to the hospital.
The Stevens County Sheriff's Office is now investigating the death of a Colville man who went missing last month. Investigators say 58-year-old Jude Schneider was last seen leaving his home in Colville on November 18th. His truck was found on Friday over a steep embankment off of Highway 20. He was not in the car, and because of the snow, they initially couldn't find him. Today, they managed to locate his body about 40 yards away from his truck. No word yet on what led up to the crash or his cause of death.
High temperature today, 37 degrees. 33 is our average high temperature. We have not spent a lot of time out, and we haven't been even close to average for more than 2 weeks. Started the day off at 31. 23 is our average overnight low, and sunset now 8 minutes after 4. We're making progress. I'll be back to tell you a lot about the snow on the way after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Swing into Fred's Appliance for our New Year New Kitchen Super Sale and discover unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in our region. Make cleanup a breeze with a brand new model Bosch dishwasher, limited to stock on hand, only $449. Save over 40%. Quiet operation, advanced water efficiency, and a variety of cycle options.
Fred's, it's appliances, only appliances.
At Fred's, we sell appliances, only appliances.
The holidays.
So happy together.
And holiday trips. And holiday toys.
Let's do this, fellas.
And holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Current Chevy owners get $2,000 loyalty cash allowance on all 2024 Tahoe and Suburban models. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
At More Furniture, we're celebrating freedom of choice. Looking for additional seating? We've got the perfect deal for you. Get a cozy swivel chair in your choice of brown, gray, or tan leather for only $2.99. Or create a quiet conversation corner with 2 chairs for only $4.99. Prefer to relax in a recliner? You'll get the same deal. Get this gray fabric power recliner for only $2.99. Or get 2 for only $4.99. Visit your local More Furniture and exercise your freedom of choice today.
Next ET.
It will be a new adventure.
Rihanna, Mariah, Usher, your backstage pass to the biggest stars in music and their big plans for 2025.
We're in Vegas.
That's right.
Next ET.
Watch Entertainment Tonight at a special time, tonight at 10 on ABC4.
This unit is the principal weapon in the terror fight.
No cavalry's coming to the rescue. It's just us. But if we dig in deep, I think everything will be all right. Let her rip. It's gonna get ugly. Yeah.
Watch Heroes and Icons over the air on KXLY 4.3. Weekdays. Buckle up.
Now strap yourself in.
And punch it. For 5 hours of heroes who always come through in the clutch. The H&I Day Shift.
Over the air on KXLY 4.3.
Hey, good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Welcome back. Well, these homes could soon be demolished to make room for a new Chick-fil-A in North Spokane. So it would be located near Ruby and Mission. It comes as the fate of a South Hill location is still in limbo. I kept saying to our producer, Steven, that I think this is going to be our reporter's favorite place to eat lunch. If
Just
that
a couple blocks from the station.
happen.
Walking distance for all those Gonzaga kids. Yeah.
That's going to be a busy Chick-fil-A. Yeah, I have a feeling.
Right. I got snow up on the South Hill.
I did too.
People who were at lower elevations seem to have not gotten anything. But
Yeah, there's more coming for everybody. Yes, if you missed out on this morning's snow officially at the airport, we got an inch. There is more on the way. Nothing really to show for that snow this morning in downtown or in Coeur d'Alene. It's 32 in Coeur d'Alene right now, 35 in Spokane. We are going to have one of our cooler nights ahead, dropping down into the 20s. We have not spent much time with temperatures even below freezing this December. It has been so warm. Forecast radar starting off at the current time. I'm going to take you all the way through. Actually, this was not starting off at the current time. Forgive me. It was starting off 24 hours from now because here we are. The ball is dropping. It is midnight on Tuesday night, New Year's Eve, and the snow is starting to move in to the northeast mountains, along the east slopes, and eventually into Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Here's 3 a.m. on New Year's Day with some light snow showers, heavier snow around Moses Lake and Ritzville, more snow moving in by 6 a.m. That's going to continue through about about noon, and then it will start tapering off as we head into New Year's Day evening. New Year's Eve also going to be dry. Here are some of the snowfall totals we can expect New Year's Day. This is 5 o'clock on Wednesday. In general, most locations will receive less than 2 inches. Of course, there's going to be some exceptions. Moscow, Pullman right now a little over 2 inches of snow, right at 2 inches at the airport on the West Plains, and close to that at Orchard Prairie, 1.5 inches plus at Meade, and almost 2 inches in Moran Prairie. Spokane Valley snow, 1.5 inches right in Spokane. But once we're up to Newman Lake, over 2 inches of snow there, 2 inches at Otis Orchards, Rathdrum Prairie, over 2 inches, almost 2.5 inches, also a little over 2 in Hauser, will be 1.5 inches at Bennett Bay, and in Coeur d'Alene, give or take 1/10 of an inch. Your planning forecast tomorrow, there is the possibility of some snow flurries because we are going to have that dense fog. It won't amount to much, won't have to shovel, but it may make your roads slick as you're heading out. Then the snow comes in for Tuesday morning and into Tuesday early afternoon. More snow possible Thursday, and then a mix of rain and snow, but I'm leaning more towards snow Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We've got a lot of wet weather to start the new year, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. Well, the lawyers for the Menendez brothers want the trial moved out of L.A. Why the defense says there's a conflict of interest involving the city's district attorney's office. That's coming up after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Welcome to the card for Zags fans who dream big. Get your exclusive Gonzaga debit card from Numerica today.
The after Christmas savings are on now at all Walker's Furniture locations.
Get the furniture you love at 15 to 40% off. Or pay over time with 0 interest financing until 2029.
This week at Walker's.
My name is Michelle Gerardo. I serve as the CEO of Habitat for Humanity Spokane. We offer an affordable mortgage. We work with a preferred lending pool that often provides lower interest rates to ensure that the family isn't going to pay more than 30% of their income towards their mortgage. When families enter into this program, they are going to be successful home buyers and homeowners. Habitat's largely volunteer driven. Today, we're blessed to have nearly 10,000 volunteers annually. However, if we don't have the building materials, there's nothing for the volunteers to build. So it's so critical for us to be able to raise those dollars to hire subcontractors and to pay for those building supplies. So without that cash flow, we won't be able to meet the demand that our community truly is demanding. And seeing just the lives change is something that reminds me of why I'm here. We don't just build homes, we build community and hope.
If you're looking for a new ride for the new year, with delayed payments until April 1st, plus up to $600 of free upgrades like truck lift or tires, then you need to go to Cal.
All right, gang, it's on and popping.
Hi, Dad. Papa! I need a place to stay until I figure out what the rest of my life looks like.
So, a couple of days.
Oh.
Really?
Can I just get one quick peek?
No. How do I look? Thanks, girl.
Where did y'all find this man? Go see your new
We're really doing this, huh?
We're doing it.
More Americans choose ABC News, America's #1 news source.
All around the nation now, a new development in the Menendez brothers case.
Their attorney wants to move the case out of Los Angeles. ABC's Jacqueline Lee explains why.
A new twist in the Menendez brothers case as they continue their bid for freedom. Attorney Brian Friedman, who represents the 24 family members of Kitty and Jose Menendez and supports the brothers' release, plans to file a petition to transfer the case from the Los Angeles District Attorney to the California Attorney General's office.
It's Kitty's older sister. It's Jose's older sister. Those are the people that I'm really looking out for to have a voice in this process.
He argues there's a conflict of interest between the district attorney and his newly appointed director of the Bureau of Victim Services, Kathleen Cady. She represented Kitty's brother Milton, the only family member opposed to Eric and Lyle's release. She has since resigned from that role since joining the Attorney General's office. Los Angeles District Attorney Nathan Hochman, sworn in earlier this month, has said he plans to review all evidence and speak with witnesses before deciding the case.
It's really unknown whether or not the California Attorney General will be more favorable to resentencing. But at least at this point, Brian Friedman believes that he's going to fare far better with the Attorney General than with the LA District Attorney.
The Menendez brothers have been incarcerated since being convicted of murdering their parents, Kitty and Jose, in 1989. Their case getting newfound public interest after several streaming documentaries.
The truth is, Lyle and Eric were failed by the very people who should have protected them.
Friedman claims the California Attorney General would be more supportive of the brothers' release. LA District Attorney Hochman has removed 2 deputy district attorneys who previously advocated for the brothers' resentencing. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Well, from the New York Stock Exchange to the United Nations, many taking a moment to remember former President Jimmy Carter, who passed away yesterday.
You know, Jimmy Carter stands as a model of what it means to live a life of meaning and purpose. Life of principle, faith, and humility.
At 100 years old, Carter was the longest living president in U.S. history. Carter and his wife, Rosalind, devoted themselves to humanitarian pursuits for the next 40 years, helping build homes, working to fight disease, and monitoring foreign elections.
Looking back on it, I wouldn't change it. The life we've had since then, 35 or more years, at the Carter Center has opened up a new opportunity for us to serve in 80 countries in the world.
President Biden has ordered American flags to be flown at half-staff for a month in honor of the late president.
Well, as we ring in the new year, financial experts say it's the perfect time to reevaluate your budget and boost your savings.
We have tips to cut your debt and grow your emergency fund coming up. And some are spreading more than just holiday cheer this season. What doctors say you and your family could do to help stop the spread of the flu. Next on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's our Drive Home the Holiday Sales Event, where you'll save up to $16,000 off or 0% APR on a new Sierra 1500 Crew Cab Denali. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange. We're family owned and operated at GMC of Riverfront Park.
It's time to start your New Year's resolutions now.
Are you ready for this? Ready to take chances? Will you push and break your limits? Are you ready to be a legend? This is your moment. Are you ready for this?
This year, give yourself the gift of better health from Move Fitness.
Are you ready for this?
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
The after Christmas clearance is on now at Walker's Furniture with year-end blowout savings on last year model closeouts, discontinued and remnant inventory. And because we must sell it all, get 15 to 40%, even up to 70% off, or interest-free financing till 2029. So you can enjoy the comfort of your new furniture now and pay over time during the after Christmas clearance at Walker's.
Where quality just costs less.
Your alarm goes off.
That's when we come online.
We're on with what's new this morning. What's happening now.
And what's next for you.
Breaking news you need to know now.
the latest weather for you
and your family, so you're all ready for the day. Get what's new now and next at 5 and 6 a.m. right here.
And right here at 7 a.m.
because we're on all morning long.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, Spokane.
Good morning, Northwest and GMA.
It's our Drive Home the Holiday sales event where you'll save up to $9,000 off or 3.9% APR on a new Sierra 2500 HD Denali. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange. We're family owned and operated at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Well, if you and your family are starting to feel the sniffles, you're not alone. Flu cases are on the rise across the country and here in the inland Northwest, but it's not too late to protect your family from the flu.
Madeline Mullins has the steps you can take to stay healthy this winter and what to do if you start to feel sick.
Some people are returning home from their holiday travel with something extra, the flu.
Usually our peak really starts to take off right around the holiday season in the Northwest.
In the past 2 weeks, the Washington State Department of Health has seen an 83% increase in ER visits for the flu.
That in the winter, you see flu peak, you see RSV peak.
Flu symptoms can look like nausea, a fever, congestion, but Dr. Fairchalk says that unless you fall into the high-risk category, there's no need to get tested. Someone is considered high risk if they are under the age of 1, over the age of 65, or have an underlying condition.
Any kind of chronic pulmonary disease, severe asthma, COPD, cystic fibrosis, issues like that can make it worse, or heart disease is another risk factor.
Dr. Mary Fairchalk says the best thing to do if you have the flu is drink lots of fluids, get plenty of rest, and stay home.
Cover your cough, wash your hands, eat plenty of chicken noodle soup.
And if that doesn't sound like fun, there are ways to prevent catching it.
So here's the thing, what you can do about it is get vaccinated.
Dr. Fairchalk says the vaccine can be 60 to 70% effective and is the best way to prevent getting the flu. Other ways to stay healthy include
good hand washing, is important. Staying hydrated, having a nutritious diet, making sure that you try to do all you can to just, generally be healthy.
And with cases on the rise, Dr. Fairchalk says it's especially important to be as careful as you can this time of year. In Spokane, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Let's send it straight over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker, tracking snow on the way.
Well, just since the start of the broadcast a half an hour ago, we've seen this picture in Hayden change. Some snow, you can see it in the street light here and starting to stick to some of the roads and sidewalks. This was not this way at the top of the broadcast, and it will not last much longer. This is not the snow that we're going to be seeing moving in for New Year's. Here's a look at our radar right now. Very small area of snow showers as well as some light rain showers down in the Columbia Basin. These are moving to the southwest and will hang together for a little bit longer. You may encounter a flurry or two on the Palouse here in the next 3 to 4 hours as that system moves off to the south. Otherwise, expect dry conditions with areas of fog overnight. Now, here's 5 a.m. Tuesday morning. Again, a few more hit or miss snow showers, very, very light precipitation. But if you are hitting the road and run into one of these snow showers, you could find yourself on some slick roads very quickly. Finally, by Tuesday at 6 o'clock, maybe you're heading out for a New Year's Eve dinner, things will have dried out and will stay dry until we get into the midnight hour and beyond on New Year's. Meanwhile, we are going to start the day off tomorrow in the 20s, one of our cooler mornings we've had in a while. High temperatures tomorrow in the 30s. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
We'll see you then, Chris. Well, a new year means making new resolutions. And as we wrap up the holiday season, your savings account may have taken a hit buying gifts for friends and family. Our Hunter Bertram has tips on how to boost your savings in 2025.
As we turn the page on a new year, financial experts say now is a great time to reevaluate your budget and add more money to your savings.
Create a budget, to review a budget, and to adjust the budget accordingly.
Mark Hamrick with Bankrate says the first step is to separate spending by want and need. Create a spreadsheet and calculate all housing expenses, whether that's a mortgage, rent, property taxes, and home insurance. Utilities, food expenses, car payments, and phone, internet, cable costs. Experts recommend having 3 to 6 months worth of expenses in a savings account. But in a recent Bankrate survey, 56% of Americans say they do not have enough emergency savings to cover 3 months worth of expenses. And over a third, 36% of people say they have more credit card debt than emergency savings. Hamrick says if you have debt, paying it off is crucial.
We just got through the holiday spending season, and many people will be experiencing a New Year's debt hangover at a time when credit card interest rates remain close to record highs.
Hamrick suggests putting money into a high-yield saving account, which means you'll be making higher interest.
You need to shop around for the best rate so that, you're really optimizing how you're putting the money into this account.
Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Well, if you're looking for some last-minute New Year's plans, why not check out the fireworks shows happening in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene? You can watch crews light up the sky at Riverfront Park in Spokane and at the Coeur d'Alene Resort, both happening at 9 o'clock tomorrow. The resort will then have a second fireworks show at midnight to ring in the new year.
Well, the start of 2025 means the deadline to get a real ID is quickly approaching. You will need it to fly in the U.S. starting in May. Congress mandated the real IDs in 2005 on the recommendation of the 9/11 Commission. The Department of Homeland Security blamed the most recent 2-year deadline extension in 2022 on a backlog of paperwork caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. So if you don't get one in time, airport security will also accept passports as a form of ID.
Our local college basketball teams, the Cougs and Zags, facing off against conference opponents. We'll bring you highlights and final scores from those games coming up right after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a 4-letter word.
I think I'll sell my veggies at the market.
You even remember to water the house plants. I do this?
You can do this.
Hey, we need to build a home office. We're adding another bathroom.
I think I'll start.
Bro, you even connect your phone to Bluetooth.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
Looking to end the year strong? Join Planet Fitness now through December 30th for $1 down, $15 a month, and pay nothing until January 17th. With top-tier strength and cardio equipment, free fitness training, and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone can level up in the judgment-free zone. Why wait to start feeling stronger? Get moving now. Join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime, and pay nothing until January 17th. Don't miss out. Deal ends Monday, December 30th.
The biggest mattress savings of the year are here during the after Christmas clearance sale at Walker's.
Enjoy year-end closeout savings on Serta, Beauty Rest Harmony, and Beauty Rest Black Hybrid mattresses.
This week at Walker's.
This Christmas, treat yourself to a new Toyota from Findlay. And take advantage of year-end specials on your favorite Toyotas. Plus, delay payments for up to 90 days. Making it a great time to check off your wish list for that perfect gift from Findlay.
Let's play. Whoever left this for us clearly wants us to figure it out. Okay, give me a minute.
She means that literally, doesn't she?
Yes.
You continue to amaze me. We're lucky to have you on the team.
Our killer's name is Olivier Dubois, and he works at Hollywood Auto.
Did you just Google who's the killer on your phone, Morgan?
No, I did not do that, Adam.
We have come a long way, partner.
This case, it's different than the rest.
The fun has just begun.
This person we're trying to catch is kind of brilliant.
So are you.
I need to talk to you about your dad. You don't believe he left us, and neither do I.
I've kept my commitment to digging deeper into Roman, but we need an assist.
I'll see what I can do.
You found him, didn't you?
When it matters most, America turns to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight.
All right, we're checking in on the Zags, who are down in Southern California, taking on Pepperdine for their first conference game of the season. At last check, I have the score at 86-80 with just 23 seconds left. Braden Huff and Caleb Battle leading the Zags in scoring. That game is just about final, and of course, we'll have the full highlights from that one on 4 News Now Nightside starting at 11. But we do have the highlights from the Zags women game, who are playing at home tonight, also against Pepperdine. It's their second conference game after falling on the road to Oregon State in overtime. But the Zags get back on track tonight at home. Starting off, senior Esther Little feeds it right here to Claire O'Connor, who's going to bake it in for a nice 3-pointer. Taylor Dalton from the outside coming up inside to Little. Little is going to lob it up for another 2 points there. And a special moment here. Bree Salenbean, that's her, checking in for the Zags. Her first game back from an ACL injury that kept her out all last season. And of course, it didn't take long for her to log her first points of the season. Yvonne Ejim tried for 3. It's Salenbean on the rebound and the putback. And I'm telling you, the crowd was loving that welcome back moment for her. The final score from the Kennel is 75-54, and the Zags are back in the win column, looking ahead to a road trip to Portland this Thursday. Tip-off for that one is at 6 o'clock. Here's that final score for the Cougs-Lions game that was happening right across the street from us at the Spokane Arena. It was a career game for true freshman Tomas Thrasterson, who claims a career-high 17 points for the Cougs. Nate Calmise was Washington State's leading scorer with 20 points. He was ejected with 2 technical fouls late in the second. But this shorthanded Cougar team has proved to be a force. They are now 12-3 on the season and have won both their conference games so far. Next up, the Cougs host San Francisco this Saturday back in Beasley Coliseum.
What's up, Wazoo? New head football coach Jimmy Rogers. We can't wait to get home to the Palouse. Let's get to work. Come on, let's go, Cougs.
Well, like you just heard, that's head coach Jimmy Rogers, Washington State's newest leading man, getting hyped up to take on the football program as the 35th head coach in WSU history. Rogers will have a lot of work to do once he gets to the Palouse, including solidifying a coaching staff and filling some pretty large holes on the Cougs roster. Another prominent Coug that has just hit the transfer portal is backup quarterback Zevi Eckhouse, who got the start in the Holiday Bowl and put up some pretty impressive numbers. He threw for 363 yards, 3 touchdowns, and had a rushing touchdown of his own. A very promising candidate to lead the Cougs, of course, if he stuck around. But according to his post on social media, he's testing the waters of the transfer portal due to that change in coaching staff and, quote, his uncertainty in his future. We do expect Coach Rogers to bring a few players from South Dakota State to Pullman, along with some members of his coaching staff as well. Of course, we'll update you in the coming days when we learn more about that.
Thank you, Sydney. Quiet weather for New Year's Eve, 27 degrees to start the day with some patchy freezing fog. High of 33 is exactly average. We'll stay mostly dry other than a flurry or 2 through the evening, and then the snow comes in overnight. I'll tell you more about it after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Looking to end the year strong? Join Planet Fitness now through December 30th for $1 down, $15 a month, and pay nothing until January 17th. With top-tier strength and cardio equipment, free fitness training, and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone can level up in the judgment-free zone. Why wait to start feeling stronger? Get moving now. Join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime, and pay nothing until January 17th. Don't miss out. Deal ends Monday, December 30th.
The biggest mattress savings of the year are here during the after Christmas clearance sale at Walker's.
Enjoy year-end closeout savings on Serta, Beauty Rest Harmony, and Beauty Rest Black Hybrid mattresses.
This week at Walker's.
The holidays.
So happy together.
And holiday trips. And holiday toys.
Let's do this, fellas.
And holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Find your red tag and use your red tag bonus cash to get $5,750 total cash allowance on this Silverado. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
How do I look? Thanks, girl.
All right, gang, it's on and popping.
Hi, Dad. Papa! I need a place to stay until I figure out what the rest of my life looks like.
So, a couple of days.
Oh.
Really?
Can I just get one quick peek?
No.
Where did y'all find this man? I don't even know where to begin. That's the tea I really want. They seemed happy.
In that moment, I felt like she was lying.
Shouldn't we strategize?
Oh, we're gonna improvise. Freestyle.
No.
We're really doing this, huh?
We're doing it.
You don't mess around.
Hey, who's cooler than me?
Everyone. Can we try to talk to each other like adults?
You watch the news lately? That's not a thing anymore.
Nailed it.
Weekdays, buckle up.
Now strap yourself in.
And punch it. For 5 hours of heroes who always come through in the clutch. The H&I Day Shift. Over the air on KXLY 4.3.
Hey, good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
All right, so my oldest just turned 16. We've been practicing for the driving test. So we went out and did some driving in the snow today for the first time. It's a little eye-opening.
That's great, though. We want more of those tips for Dylan, for everyone.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and that's good news. He'll get another chance to practice on New Year's Day when there's not a lot of cars on the road. We have not had much snow, but we have had some precipitation. I'm pretty excited about this. I don't know why, but we are going to finish the year in the black precipitation-wise. We had 0.35 of an inch of mostly rain and some snow at the airport since midnight. That did put us well above, well, not well above, just above average year to date. Our average to this point, definitely, I think we're going to finish the year above average. We're in good shape, and there were many points during the year where I didn't think we had a prayer of getting back up to average when we were 3 inches below average. We started off 2024 with above average precipitation in January and February. It wasn't a lot above, but it was above. And we slipped below in March, and then it was a very dry April, dry in May. June wasn't that great, and then the precipitation just shut down for a very dry summer. October, we started gaining on it, but still below average. Then we just blew the roof off the joint in November. We more than doubled our average precipitation, and we've had almost 4 inches of rain in December, so we are well above average for the month of December. Very interesting. Snow is a totally different story. Today, out at the airport, we officially got 1 inch of snow, bringing our season to date. I do precipitation by calendar year, snow by season. So our season to date, we've had a little over 6 inches. Our average to this point in the season, a little over 20, and so considering we were going to have a big La Nina year and have much above average, this is a big disappointment, but we are going to add a little bit of snow. Tomorrow, here's 10 a.m. We do have that possibility of a few flurries, so you'll see a lot of places with 1/10 of an inch already by midnight. Here is midnight, New Year's Eve. By New Year's Day morning, 9 a.m., many locations will have 1 inch or a little bit more of snow, and then add a little bit during the late morning and early afternoon. So we're looking at, in general, less than 2 inches, but there will be some spots where you get a little bit more. Nothing to get excited about. There are no advisories or watches or warnings issued, but Dylan will get some practice driving on snowy roads on New Year's Day. Better put that in the schedule already there, Derek.
If any of his friends' parents are watching, he's going to hate me tomorrow. Well, also starting tomorrow, you can take advantage of free community activities courtesy of Numerica. It's the annual 5 Days of Family Fun event.
And in Spokane Valley, the fun starts at Flight 509 with free tickets to the arcade for the first 135 people in the door. It opens at 11. And in North Idaho, catch free showings of Sonic the Hedgehog at 9:30 and Mufasa the Lion King at 2 o'clock at Hayden Cinemas. And that's just day one. You can see the full list of events for the next 5 days in this story right now on KXLY.com. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
At employee-owned Yolks Fresh Market, they believe in showing up for their neighbors. That's why they're partnering with Second Harvest for the annual Season of Giving food drive. Just go to any Yolks and buy a bag of prepackaged groceries to give back to our community this season.
Next ET.
We'll be a new adventure.
Rihanna, Mariah, Usher, your backstage pass to the biggest stars in music and their big plans for 2025.
We're in Vegas.
That's right.
Next ET.
Watch Entertainment Tonight at a special time, tonight at 10 on ABC4.
If you're looking for a new ride for the new year, with delayed payments until April 1st, plus up to $600 of free upgrades, like truck lift or tires, then you need to go to Cal.
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Hurry! The final days of Northwest Winterfest are here. Don't miss your chance to experience the Northwest's largest illuminated holiday and cultural festival. Now indoors and bigger and better than ever. Come see Dinosaur Land, brand new this year. Plus live performances, free interactive children's activities, and free admission for kids 10 and under. So come celebrate the magic. Get your tickets before it's too late at northwestwinterfest.com.
Weekdays, H&I is on a mission to get your blood pumping, your adrenaline rushing, and your heart pounding.
Just don't get carried away.
Heroes and Icons presents The Day Shift.
Level with me. What are we dealing with?
5 heroic hours of iconic shows, 5 days a week.
Gotta hand it to them. They are a spunky bunch.
Watch Heroes and Icons over the air on KXLY 4.3.
Station 51, we have an emergency. Paramedics Johnny Gage and Roy DeSoto, please report to ETV immediately.
All right. We'll be there in a second.
Emergency.
Watch weekdays on MeTV 4.2.
A snow flurry or two tomorrow, but measurable snow, very good possibility on New Year's Day. And then a lot more wet weather through the 7-day forecast. With cooler conditions, we have many additional chances to see at least some snow building up on the grassy surfaces.
It's 2025 coming in with a little gusto, I guess.
Yeah, only 6 seconds, but we're excited.